Okay, and speaking of hand of the week, I know it's been weeks and weeks since I've had a hand of the week.
Too long.
Too long. But Justin was just telling me before we started that there was a really crazy hand that happened that could qualify as hand of the week. And although we don't have video evidence of the hand, Justin says he remembers it like it was yesterday.
So that might be an overestimate, but we at least have like the broad strokes of the hand. For those who that don't know, we do a bomb pot every half hour to take care of like time and tip for the floor and the dealer and whatnot. So everyone puts in $200, and then in the specific experience, everyone gets 2 cards, and it was 1 flop. It was a very simple. We call it missionary.
Just a no limit hold'em bomb pot. Not double board, not Omaha. Sometimes we do crazy shit.
A stepmom, we do sex change, we do a bunch of stuff. Like we have a bunch of
those.
Really? Oh, you've been gone for a while. Oh, I can teach you all those games. But either way, so like this one's called missionary, which is just everyone gets still 2 cards, everyone sees the flop, and you play normal no limit Texas Hold'em.
So it's like no limit without the pre-flop action.
Correct. So there's 9 people in the game. Everyone gets cards. We all see the flop. There's $1,800 in the middle. The flop is 10-8-7, 2 clubs, 1 spade.
Okay.
You follow? All right.
I'm following.
All right. Check. A couple of them. Our good friend Harry decides to put a little feeler bet. I believe it was something like $600. It gets to our good friend Susan, who makes it, or no, she calls. I'm sorry, excuse me. Paul Gunnis, who's a fan favorite for everybody. He also calls, and then Montana Dan, who is a longtime favorite of ours, he decides to pop it up to like 3,500, something like that.
Okay, he doesn't usually sit too deep. How deep was he for this hand?
I believe he's about 9,000.
Okay.
So like it's very pot committal.
Yeah.
Especially on a draw heavy board of the 10-8-7 2
Yeah.
clubs 1 spade board.
Yeah.
Harry thinks everyone else folds in between. Harry thinks for maybe 3 seconds.
Okay.
And he just rips it in for about 15,000.
Okay.
That's a quite a hefty raise. It gets back to Susan, and she snap rips it in for about the same amount. Maybe she might have had 20,000. Like she might have had it like slightly covered. And then it gets to Paul, and he snap calls as well.
God.
So we have a 4-way all in on the
Paul had
10-8-7.
Same amount, like 20 or 15?
I think he had everyone covered. No, I know he had everyone. No, I take that back. He had like 15,000.
Okay.
So like Susan had everyone covered, and it went on down from there.
Okay.
So these are the hands. So
And the other guy,
Montana
called?
Dan calls off.
Yeah.
Clearly for Montana Dan showed the top set of 10s on the 10-8-7.
Okay.
Harry had the 7-5 of clubs, so he had bottom pair and a flush draw.
Okay.
And that seems like a really good hand at the time. But he's almost drawing dead.
Yeah.
Literally drawing dead now. Like you see all the
He's
action
already
behind
the
it.
2 pairs and trips and stuff
It's
mean
just-
nothing. Already
it's
just
just
against the
terrible.
10s, you only have a flush draw. Okay, what about Susan? What did she have? Did
Oh,
we see all
yeah,
these
like
hands?
the first person that showed, to be fair, was Paul. Right
Okay.
away. He's like, I have the nuts, motherfuckers. I just stood up and showed Jack 9 of spades and just ripped it over. And he was just like, I call. Let's go. Jack 9 of spades.
Wow,
We got this.
I can't believe he just called the flop. That's so sick.
Dude, he's
He's an
sicko.
animal.
And like Susan's like, you don't have the nuts. I have the nuts. And she showed me the hand before she showed the table. She shows me 9-6 of clubs. So she has
Oh my God.
the second nuts
So she's behind
with
right now,
with
but-
a flush draw.
Oh no. Good and bad and scary, I guess.
And it was just like, I was like, oh no, he just showed the nuts. It's okay. And she like shows it. I'm like, I'm sure, like, she's gonna win probably one of these boards. I'm sure. Like,
They ran it twice?
and they decided to run it twice.
Okay.
And the first board comes off a 3 of nothings, and then another 3 of nothings.
So Paul just held in
So-
this massive 60K
No. Montana Dan has top set of 10s,
Yeah.
so it runs pair
Oh, 3-3.
3-3.
Oh, I thought it was like, I don't know. I'm an idiot.
So Paul wins the side pot, which is probably worth about like split pot wise, whatever, like 4,000 or 5,000. But like Dan scoops the first part.
Okay, so the first board
It's 10, 8,
runs
7.
out 3-3 for
3-3.
tens full.
Yeah.
And then the second board.
Second board is like a red ace, and then like an 8 of diamonds. So it pairs the board again.
Oh no. Oh, Montana.
Montana Dan goes from about 9,000 to about 42,000 in a blink of an eye, just like that.
He went from big sky country to big boat country.
Like he saw everyone showed their hands. There was no like mystery. Everyone knew what they were rooting for and what not to root for. And Montana's just like, oh, whatever. It couldn't
He's
happen.
kind of in a nice spot there. Like,
No, I mean, it's
you're
great.
behind, but like you're the only guy drawing
Sure,
to a
of
boat.
course.
It's
And he
pretty
just binks
glorious.
it twice.
Oh my god!
And like just the anger and like understandable anger from like Paul and Susan, like they both essentially had the nuts. And to be fair, Harry was just like, oh, I'm just pretty sure I'm just drawing dead right now, because like I don't, outside of him like he can't even make a straight flush. I don't even know what he can do. He has to go running sevens. I don't even know what he can do to win.
He's got the foul deck outs.
Yeah.
He's got then another 7 of clubs pops out, and boom, everyone gets their money back.
To be fair,
In a home game, it can happen.
Harry immediately was like, that's a good hand. I would like more chips, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way he could have known that the 2 people behind him would call too. Like he thinks he's up
It's
against
it's a
Dan.
great spot for him.
Yeah.
Like he's
Like, he's-
isolating everybody, and
Yeah, if I were him, I'd probably do the same thing.
Oh, yeah,
3,500
100%.
here, I'm all in. These guys both fold. I'm heads up against one guy with a bunch of money in the pot.
Yeah, they could show me top set, and I'd be 7-5 of clubs is.
Yeah, I mean,
I could be okay with that. That'd be all right.
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna run into it, you're gonna run into it. But
And Paul ended up winning a side pot against Susan, and like maybe a little extra money from Harry as well. So I think he lost a little bit of money, but not a ton.
yeah, he
Like,
gets to
he gets to break even essentially.
lose 4K
But
or
like still, like when you flop the absolute stone nuts with a backdoor straight flush draw and still lose money on it or break even on it, that's no fun.
Yeah, bomb pots are dangerous, kids. Stay in school.
That's like sick to PLO double board bomb pots with Caps and Optimist. And,
Yeah, at least if it's double board PLO, you know you're getting fucked. You just don't know how yet. And hold them, you're like, I got it straight. Let's go.
But still, like I mean, that's basically a PLO pot in a hold'em terms, where everyone just has the nuts and nobody has the nuts.
Yeah, Jesus. That's a great hand. Thank you for rehashing it here for the fans.
The main pot was probably 42,000, and the side pot was probably about another 15,000 or something.
Okay, it's a big
sick.
60K pot.
Yeah, it was sick. Yeah. So if you're gonna have the nuts, guys, make sure it holds on.
That's right. Wear a cup.
Hold on to the nuts.
Protect the nuts. Wear a cup.
Yeah, that's good.
Me and my buddy, we making all of this money. Yeah, I know it's rude to be bragging. They never catching us slacking. Me and my buddy, we working hard.